Alright, hello everybody. So the recording of this video has corrupted greatly. Basically the first hour and 48 minutes was corrupted. And so I'm going to do a voiceover of what happened, but it's not going to be able to capture Grendel's perspective and some of the improv that I have done. Nonetheless, let's get it started. Oh, and real quick, the audio and video does come back just later on in this corrupted video. For some reason, the audio and video just fixed itself later. So great. Morning comes, or rather the afternoon. You wake at 1 p.m. Podgy already left. Your sister lays, breathing gently. You see that her fever shakes have ceased. Getting towards Silene was relatively easy. You hailed a passing set of refugees in a caravan, flagging them for help. With luck, they agreed and helped you out, taking you to Silene in numbers. The line, longer than ever before. This time, the despair on people's faces are more than ever presentful. The air, silent. Guards make their rounds, hours passing by. Guards change shift. Then on a patrol, you see the same guard who spots you and motions you to the side. Your family pulls out of the open-top carriage. The guard looks at you and knows what happened. He takes out a rock, speaks into it, and crushes it. The light overhead turns color, and you march forth like a merchant. The soldier speaks. When you get into the city, go towards the palace. Inside, you'll tell the receptionist that you're looking for mindful work. They will help you from there. The floor creaks under your talons as the balloon sways, ropes groaning against the pull of the storm, wind tearing at the canvas above. The basket shudders, lurches, slowly, achingly beginning to rise. You move through the storm clouds, breaking through above the cloudscape. Above the clouds, there is peace. A vast dark plain stretches in every direction, the storm sealed below like a writhing beast imprisoned and caught in shadow. The sun blazes overhead, offering warmth and salvation. And ahead, suspended in the light, is Silene. The hot air balloon gets guided in, now steady and calm. The inner handlers lay out the ramp in order for you to cross into the city. Once inside the palace, you see that the palace is busy. Creatures of all types moving in a quick beat. Long lines formed at all reception desks. All hands were on deck, trying to help. Looking over to the junior academy section for the Emperor's Guard, where you were last cast out because you lacked psionics, you notice the old hag again. Her desk, however, is devoid of any line. You could only imagine why. Grendel heads forth to the receptionary, and he asks the receptionist for mindful work. The receptionist hands you a form to be filled out, asking who you are, where you lived, if you had psionics or not, what's your craft, and so on. Once done, he handed it back to the receptionist. And the receptionist sees that he went ahead and marked out that he had psionics, and will ask if Grendel ever had any training in his psionic abilities, which he had not. She asks him, bending down, "Would you like to join the guard? The guard, by joining officially, even by juniors, offers this place to sleep, free food, and water." Grendel nods, agreeing. "All right, please head over to Pyoda, our gracious junior academy representative." Grendel slowly turns, seeing the old hag, known as Pyoda, working on a crossword puzzle at her desk. When you come by and sit, she ignores you. "Hold on, kid, I've almost finished this puzzle." Minutes, hours, it all seems to just mush in your mind. The stress of everything, the stress of your sister and trying to keep her alive. This old hag doesn't seem to bat an eye at you or care for your time at all, and frankly, she is taking forever. It's the last piece of her puzzle for her crossword, even. You lean forward and see the word is 7 letters long, letter I in the 6th letter slot, and an A at the end in the 7th letter slot. The hint is a place of fate. Grendel, after studying some time, leans forward and tells the old hag, Batavia. The answer is Batavia. Oh, thanks, kid. I can finally submit this crossword to get my copper pieces. She looks up and sees that it is you. Haven't I told you that you can't join the guard if you don't have any psionics? Studying him precariously, she notices the air around you is different. Looking at your face, she sees the creases in your skin, a gaunt desperation, fleeing for salvation. She turns her head away. All right, kid, I'll test you. I am the psionics tester. Follow me, kid. She leads you through the doorway behind the desk into another area. Leading you through this hallway, you can feel the moisture in the air leading you to a shoji. She pulls you to the side. Inside the room, you can smell the dew in the air. The polished stone, it's smooth as glass, its pale surface reflecting the faint lights of lanterns set into the alcoves along the wall. You feel your talons scrape against the stone. Light scrapes of claw against polished cut stone, the sound echoing in the chamber, but dies quickly, absorbed into the stillness that permeates the room. A Zendao room. Along one side of the chamber, a whispering water stream flows. The channel is cut with precision through the floor itself, shallow and narrow. Its water so clear you could see every ripple of light dancing across its surface. The steady murmur of water against stone becomes the room's heartbeat, a gentle reminder of continuity and flow. Incense lingers faintly in the air, sandalwood and lotus. The scent mixes with the faint mineral tang of stone and cool dampness of the stream. The air here is cooler than outside, carrying a serenity that weighs down over your shoulders like a calm blanket. The room is built to empty you, to strip away the noise, hunger, fear, anger, until all that remains is stillness, peace. Your name, please, Pulda says as she begins to light some incense around a meditation mat. My name is Grendel. Psionics, my dear child, is not about force. It is about discipline. Peace. Peace is the sharpened edge here. Please, sit on the zafu. She gestures towards the meditation mat. When you first sit upon the zafu, its surface is cool against your skin, grounding you. The stillness of the room presses in, and for a moment you think it is the silence. But as the breath steadies, you realize that the room resonates. The stone floor hums faintly, not a sound of the ears but of the mind, reflecting back the fragments of stray thought. You see in the polished stone your mother casting off deeper into the ocean. You see your father being torn back on top of the cliff and ripped asunder from the Nexi. Each worry, each flicker of doubt comes back to you as if the stone itself is holding up a mirror. Breathe, Pulda says gently. You take a calming breath and the wispy black memories are pushed away. You hear the stream, its soft whispering flow speaking a rhythm. Naturally, you sink your breathing into a slow pour of the stream, feeling your thoughts ripple along the water's surface. Push too hard and the current resists. Relax and let your mind flow at the water's peace. Feel it stretch wider than the walls of the Zendao. The longer you listen, the easier it becomes to let thoughts go, to feel it carried away downstream, leaving only clarity behind. You feel your mind start to pain. Psionic wave begins to flicker across the room. It is the smallest flicker at first as your mind explores. Brushing against the edges of the stone, you feel it smooth, textured like of marble. The coolness of the stone, you could feel your mind explore the air that hangs in the Zendao. A once flickering blue light, now concentrated. Your sigh softly caresses the water, moving gently on top of the ripples outward. You feel the Zendao respond, subtle and quiet, showing you how your own mind touches the world. In time, you've learned the lesson the room was built to teach you. Psionics is not the storm, but the eye within it. The power is not wrestled into shape, but released when all else is stilled. Piota stands behind you, her feathers the color of old parchment, her wings slightly frayed at the edges like moth-eaten cloth. She leaned on a gnarled cane. You sit like a soldier waiting for orders, Grendel. That won't do. Psionics isn't obedience, it is awareness. Grendel sets up a little looser this time and straightening his back. Piota smirked, baring a chipped beak. Don't posture! The stone doesn't care how tall you sit. It listens to your mind, not your spine. Open your eyes, Grendel. Grendel, coming from a true moment of meditation, connecting with the room, opens his eyes slowly. She taps her cane against the polished floor. A faint ripple of blue light spread out from the point of contact, skimming across the room until it lapped gently at the stream. Do you see? Your thoughts are loud. Circling you, Piota said, circling you with a slow grace. Loud, jagged thoughts. You've let grief shapen them into blades. Useful, yes, but the blades cut their wielder as much as easily as their enemy. She stops by your side, lowering herself with a creak of joints, sitting. Close your eyes. Listen. Grendel closes his eyes, becoming still. At first, there was only the sound of your own heart, hammering in the chest. Then the stone hums, echoing in the tension in your mind. Don't command it. Don't try to force the stone or the water. Let them reflect you. Let them teach you what you already are. Breathe. You breathe long and slow, thoughts softening as you breathe. You feel the stone vibrate with the same rhythm as your heart. The stream rippling, a subtle bend in its current that matches the cadence of your breath. You hear Piota chuckle, dry as old parchment. There. Finally, thy stillness. Remember this, boy. The storm is always in you, but if you let it rage, it consumes. If you let it flow, it obeys. The water continued its quiet song, the polished stone vibrating to your cadence. For the first time since the sea, since the next sea, since your parents' death, that your mind wasn't only just a battlefield, but that it also could be a refuge, too. Boy, the god will teach you drills, formations, and how to swing your steel until your claws bleed. But psionics, she taps her temple with the tip of her cane. Psionics requires silence from your mind. Emperor Silif understood this better than any who came before him. He did not conquer by force of arms alone, but by stillness and clarity that unraveled the storms of others. Silif wrote one day that the mind is not a weapon to be drawn, but a sky to be cleared. When the clouds of fear and anger drift away, the sun reveals itself. Do you understand what your mind must be? Grendel answers, empty. Not empty! Clear! The sky is never empty, my boy. It only hides what was always there. Anger, grief, fear, all hides the sun. She gestures to the stream. He also said, a river does not strive to flow, it simply moves where it must. So too should thought. Breathe. Breathe with life. Do not command it. Grendel takes a few hours learning on how to breathe. Pilda eventually speaks to him. Do you know Sylph's final lesson? No. Fear is the shadow of loss. When you release loss, fear cannot follow. You've learned how to quiet the storm in your skull, but all that means is nothing if you never dare to step into it. Manifest it. Call forth Sylph's gift to you. The Zendao seems to tilt, the air thickening as thought became weight. The stream's steady murmur faltered, water stuttering as though disturbed by a force beneath its surface. All around the lantern's dims, every lantern flickered beneath an unseen shadow. The air grew heavy, oppressive, and from the edge of your mind, it slithered into form. A hulking silhouette, wolf-like, its body trailing like smoke and shadow, eyes burned with a deep cerulean flame, horns curled like crowns of bone from its head. Each talon that touched the polished stone hissed with psionic static. It prowled in a low, slow circle, every step echoing like chains across stone. The Nexi stops in front of you, lowering its head towards Grendel. You feel the predatory weight of its presence, a beast born to tear, to stalk, to consume. The lanterns guttered, shadows strep. Name it, Pilda says. The Nexi pause, its blue eyes fixated on you. The sickening cosmic ground, its throat deepening, but it did not strike. Petrie, Grendel says. Now claim it, with your mind, not as prey, not as master, but as a guardian. Our emperor wrote, the storm does not vanish when you see it, but when you welcome it, it shelters you. Grendel claims it with his mind as a guardian. The Nexi snarls, the lanterns in the Zendao flickered violently, the stream's rhythm stuttering. But you press deeper, unflinching. You open every scar, every memory of loss. You let this beast drink what ails you. And the Nexi freezes, its cerulean eyes, once wild with hunger, dimmed into something else. Recognition. Slowly, its posture shifted. The shackles of smoke lowered. The growl fell into silence. With a heavy exhale, it steps towards you, bowing its horned head until its breath was cold against your chest. It touches its head to yours. You feel the bones against your fur and your eyes go wide. The Nexi now shares its memories with you. You see it yourself on the shore, hunched over from pain. You see yourself scared from a distance, frantically looking around and seeing your mother and sister out to sea. Your perspective is from the trees, on top of the canopy laying on a branch, watching over yourself. The Nexi swims its vision forth as it slowly follows you. You feel uncertainty from the creature. You see yourself carrying your sister underneath a clawed tree, bearing yourself under its protection. Your vision leaps to the ground, sniffing against the mud, ears strained out for danger. You circle the tree, ensuring it is safe for Grendel, laying by its side, ready. Then you hear your brethren in the distance, their own cosmic howl. Your ears perk, watching in the distance. After some time, you hear them come closer. They carelessly step on a twig, snapping it, and you dash out, fast as the shadows can be swallowed by light, to the sound. The forest was a crucible of storm. Rain lashed through the canopy in relentless sheets, hammering the earth until mud bled underfoot. Lightning splitting the sky in jagged arcs, each flash revealing twisted trees and the skeletal outline of beasts moving between them. Thunder rolled low, heavy like a growl of the gods. Through it all, your guardian protects. It moved like shadow given hunger, massive lupine horns crowning its skull, its smoky body trailing into every stride. Rain hissed as it struck its form, vanishing into vapor. Its cerulean eyes cut through the storm like twin beacons fixated on the intruder. The enemy Nexi emerged from the veil of downpour, a leaner figure, its shadow jagged, serrated. Its eyes burned with wild azure fire. Its movements feral, unbound, a predator through and through. They circled, paused silent even in the mud, the air between them thickening, every raindrop slowing, caught in the weight of the psionic presence. Then, the enemy Nexi lunged first, fangs bared, shadows tendrils spearing out like knives. The guardian roars, a sound that shook the trees and scattered rain mid-fall. It met the lunge head-on, claws raking through the shadows, scattering sparks of blue flame where they struck. The impact was thunderous, branches shattering as both beasts tumbled into the undergrowth. From the Guardian's point of view, the forest became a blur of instinct and stormlight, every motion guided by a singular intent: to protect. You tear into the Nexi's shoulder, shadow and smoke bursting outward like torn banners. The taste was acrid, bitter, the essence of the unshaped. The enemy thrashes, tendrils striking like barbed wits. They lash against the Guardian's flanks, raking deep lines of searing pain. The Guardian presses harder, upheaving the Nexi, forcing the enemy to the earth. Claws plunging into its form. Your claws clamped around the enemy's horned crown and wrench it back. The enemy Nexi howled, a sound like fractured glass piercing the air. You pushed down with your jaws until the enemy's form shivered and split, dissolving into smoke. The forest fell quiet again. Only rain and thunder remained. You stand there, panting, every breath like a bellow, shadow bleeding into the mud. You then hear in the distance a sharp whistle. Your owner, Grendel, calls for you once more. With haste, without any sort of hesitation, you dash into the forest, following its sound. Its sound crystal clear, unlike any call before, a sound of absolution. You arrive, seeing a dark cabin out in the forest, and you see Grendel in the window, looking out over you. You stand there, waiting for your next command, watching over him as he eventually slept. When you open your eyes, the Nexi pulls back away from you, still holding your gaze. Its deep cerulean eyes, as you now know, recognizing each other. You practiced for a time with Pilda, and she taught you a few things on how to properly use your psionics to manifest. You've gained the following feature: clarity. You know how to cast calm emotions on yourself. You may use this feature up to your proficiency bonus. You may also attempt to manipulate others' minds as well by casting calm emotions on them. This spell is considered a single target and has a range of 30 feet. You eventually join the Emperor's Guard. You guard the palatial sanctums, temples, and the seats of power in Silene. Even without the Emperor, you defend the place with absolute devotion, maintaining the illusion of his presence. In ritual, you stand before his empty throne, performing the Changing of the Storm ceremony. It is of high honor and a reminder that the Emperor's absence is sacred, not abandonment. You hunt rogue psionic and uncontrolled manifestations. You have the sole right to be the judge, jury, and executioner of these rogues. You are seen as an omen of defeat for the enemy. Now, the rest of the audio will kick in like normal. Grendel didn't like this part, but hey, we worked on it. We're now like a year later, and I'm doing a voiceover for it now. Also kind of sick right now, so yippee. Had to do this take 3 times because the voice recording program that I use, which was built into the software, just didn't work, so yippee. Anyways, enjoy the rest. Folks, you as a Emperor's Guard are seen as an omen of defeat for the enemy. Being a part of the Emperor's Guard, you have psionic scripture etched into your armor, making you a walking testament of the Emperor's philosophy. You gain the following item, called the Emperor's Guard Armor. When wearing psionic scripture armor, your psionic energy extends beyond your body. Allies within 10 feet of you gain advantage on saving throws against fear or charm as your calm presence steadies them. Guardian Manifestation. When you have your Nexi manifested, enemies targeting you must make a wisdom saving throw against your spell save DC of intelligence, else they have a disadvantage on their next attack against you for the rest of the turn only. This effect lasts until the end of the enemy's turn, in which they cannot be affected again. Any questions so far?
I'm gonna be writing these in, but I am thinking about, like, I mean, one of the aspects I was gonna make about his character is like the PTSD of suffering from chaos. Like, Grendel knows chaos, and I'm just like, he's the kind of person, like, the way that I was gonna be playing him up is he's the kind of person who uses his anger as a weapon.
We could rewrite this after the session in order to fit that ideal.
Yeah. But I'm happy with what we've got going right now. I'll write some stuff in. But do you have anything else?
After some years of being at the academy, you've learned how to fully master your manifestation of the mind. You gain the following feature: Awakened Mind. Your intelligence increases by 2. Your maximum intelligence increases by 2.
Oh boy. Emperor's Guard armor.
Let me know when you're caught up.
Armor. Feature. Description and Awakened Mind.
This also means you get another proficiency in something, because you have a +1 modifier to intelligence now.
Yay.
So whether that be a tool, to be language, or skill.
Alright then.
As it...
Still writing in one last thing.
No problem.
There we go. Alright. Written in.
Okay. As a Emperor's Guard, you rose to the rank of E5, a sergeant. As you grew old, you eventually pursued a career as officer and rose to being a retired captain. After establishing yourself as part of the Guard, you immediately took upon a contract to sign yourself up under a noble house for help for your sister. The nobles, Garvey and Grace, took you in, but what you didn't realize is that these nobles were tied up in powerful and shady individuals. Genevieve was ordered by the nobles to remain in Silene to ensure loyalty from you to continue their shady dealings. Jean, within the year of your acceptance into the Emperor's Guard, wakens from her coma. And we will begin our next segment. And that means a new song.
Ooh, let's see. Relaxing in Summer.
And let me know when you're ready.
Alright. And I'm listening.
Alright. You take out a letter from your superiors. It asks you to come out of retirement for a relatively easy mission. It details a mission for you as a 2-in-1 to escort a merchant to Caer, meanwhile also establishing a safe route from Terme to Caer. It mentions that you are best suited for the job, as you are close to this merchant. The letter details the address belonging to that of the nobles, where your sister lives too. You are given 5 guys to be a part of this mission, 1 corporal, 2 private first class, and 2 private E2s. There is a 2nd division that will be charting around Neves, making their way to Kishigona. You knock at the noble's door. She chose to stay with the noble since the basic lodging was getting rather cramped for you two. Your basic lodging being a 1-bedroom, 1-bathroom home.
Alright.
By the way, your mission is over here at Terme.
Terme, yeah. I see that.
And it is to establish contact to Caer as a route going up.
Alright then, and whose door am I knocking on and why?
The noble household of Garvey and Grace, where your sister lives too.
Right. Why am I knocking on this door?
Well, that will be explained in just a moment.
Okay, then. Continue.
As you go ahead and knock at the door opens, and you see your older sister there. Grendel! You see her. She is alive and well again. It's good to see you!
Tight hog!
Oh, it's so good to see you. It's been forever.
Up already, are we?
Aye. It's good to see you.
Yeah, you've said that 3 times now, lass.
Could
you let a bird breathe?
You know, I've been asked to deliver goods to the enchanted Caer. I never expected you to be my escort.
I already know. He pulled out the lesser, still bundled up between his talons.
I suppose to get to business is that the goods are some psi lanterns to help keep Caer and the sanctuary safe.
Your specialty.
Aye? Right, go ahead and roll history check.
Right, history. Wait, where's my features, spells, effects, details? There it is. History. A 19.
Okay, you definitely know it. You remember being taught about the Enchanted Cairn. It is a sanctuary in the middle of the Badlands. Luckily, when the obelisk first came about, one was planted deep into the earth of the Cairn. And you recall, due to your sister being a lantern maker, psi lanterns are actually the opposite of what the name may imply. These lanterns are essentially blanks. The Nexi love to feast upon people who have psionics, and these psi lanterns are essentially camouflage to what's behind it. I will be placing these lanterns all around the Enchanted Cairn. I've taken up lantern making, and I finally learned how to craft these bad guys. She holds up a psi lantern, and as you look at it, it fills you with pain. A psychically sensitive people looking at a blank, you feel psychically ill. Your equilibrium falters.
Yeah. Looking at this Grendel, like the way it manifests, like Grendel would kind of like squint his eyes, shut them up, and like turn away. Lass, it's a little bright. Do you mind?
Oh, I'm sorry, little brother. She takes the psi lanterns and stows them back inside of her pack that's slung over to her shoulder. I'll be ready in an hour to set sail. Will that be enough time for you and your men?
Plenty. I could do it in half that time.
All right. See you in an hour. Sometime.
Aye.
Unless if you want to get more flavor. Up to you.
Nah, Grendel Grendel's on the move. He said he's going to do it in half that time. He's going to do it in half that time. He can't. He can't let us show him up.
So as you go ahead and make your way over to the cart, you already planned this well ahead and see that your men are already there. It wasn't just half the time, it was an eighth of the time. As you go ahead and make your way through the arch of the Silene city to depart, you see your men as well as the corporal say aloud, "Captain on deck!" And they stand to salute you. These men are new to you, and one of them steps forward. "Sir, Corporal Myers at your duty." He's a black griffin with yellow trimmings on the edges of his feathers on his wings. "Mind if I show you around?"
Grendel would give a return salute and kind of, a motion for them asses before turning to him.
He goes ahead and raise at ease. Go ahead.
He said, yes, that'd be lovely.
"This here is Pavel." The soldier steps forward with confidence. "Sir, Private First Class, Pavel." You eye him over. Here is the eagle-type griffin with glasses. "This here is Sergei." The soldier steps forward with a rasped voice, a older gentleman. "Sir, Private First Class, Sergei." He is a gray griffin with a nasty scar across his beak. "This here is Vaughn." The soldier steps forward in a smooth motion. He appears to be a cocky young griffin. "Sir, Private E2. And finally, Reese, our newest one. The soldier steps forward with a jerky motion, an uncertain, still a young griffin. "Sir, Private E2. The corporal turns to you. "Sir, we're ready for your orders."
Aye, let's get this ship ready to roll.
And I will send you these just so you have them.
I see we've got a lot of fresh feathers on this ship.
Aye.
I hope you're not too fresh. Still need to be able. I hope you can still run rigging.
It should be a routine mission, sir.
He would not.
Time passes, and the wagon is well stocked as your sister sits upon it, letting one of her workers that she paid for to haul the carts. She looks out to you as you descend the hot air balloon for merchants. "Big brother. Little brother. It's been a while, hasn't it?"
We talked to each other earlier this afternoon.
I know, but I'm saying, all in all.
I. Also, you call me little brother around my men, I will flay you.
She raises up her talons in a surrendering type gesture. I'm just getting you back for all the years that you've spent without me. And while you guys have visited a good amount of time, there's still been a large amount of time that you were a part of the guard and had been deployed for a long time.
Trying here.
So what have you gotten up to as of late? You're an officer now, and parts of the Emperor's Guard, I see.
Yeah, oh boy, Oh goodness, where do I start?
Also, she doesn't know you have psionics. That's up to you if you want to reveal or not.
Yeah, I thought that she knew given, the reaction I had.
Nope.
But, alright, Grendel kind of scratches the back of his head with the talon. Oh goodness, where do I start? Let's see, a few boinkers down. South Sailing had to get disciplined because they drank too much alcohol on the job, and I got called in for backup. Oh, what else? There was this one time there was an animal attack. A bugbear went into town, and we went ahead and had ourselves lunch with him.
Holy smokes!
Oh, what else? Oh yeah, there was also a forest fire a few years back. Had to help them put that out.
I heard about that.
All kinds of crap ran out. The forest trying to hit the firebirds.
Holy smokes! Seems like you've been...
Yeah, literally.
You've been... She goes ahead and gives a hearty laugh. It seems you've been up to quite a lot. I've been unfortunately stuck here in Silene. I've learned quite the craft with these here lanterns.
Yeah, well, I sure hope you have.
Yeah, I became a merchant. I've been selling some lanterns as well as making typically smaller expeditions out. The Enchanted Cairn by far is my furthest destination I've been on. While I'm regulated to the city in terms of home life for now, due to our contract, I am allowed to go on these quests, so to speak, of delivering
Hey,
goods.
I know. I read the fine print, lass. Maybe one day when this is all paid off, we can go somewhere else.
I
Away
would
from
love
all
that.
this.
I will be your guide getting to the Enchanted Cairn. The cairn is special, as getting close to it causes people to be led astray, so to speak.
Oh, right. It's one of those fancy places.
A few weeks go by. Once every week, you stop to rest. You catch up with Genevieve and how she is doing. You've learned that your guys like to joke around and let loose when they're alone as a group. But when it's near the mission objective, aka your sister, they definitely are locked in and serious about the situation. The hot air breeze coating your feathers in a slick wet underneath. Your burning chainmail. You recall how the entire land used to be covered in a beautiful cherry blossom plains field. That this continent was once an entirely vast plain. Roll perception.
Oh, boy. Okay, perception. Question, is this purely sight-based, or am I able to use my other senses?
I can allow other senses. Just describe what you would like to use.
Well, if it's like passive perception, you know, he's passively observing the area, then he would be on alert, and having lived so long with only one eye, he would have gotten used to the idea of relying on his other senses. His eagle-like hearing, his better than ponish smell, and of course trying to filter out the noises that matter over the squabbling of his. And he turns back to his troops.
Would you
I
like
will
to
roll
roll
now.
perception, or would you like to use your passive perception for this?
I'm gonna roll.
Okay. Okay, wow. Like an officer captain you are, you notice it. You hear a fire, a roaring one, and you can faintly smell the sweet scent of death and rot in the air. Just ahead, you see it, the blazing fire.
Crap. Here we go again.
Now I have more music for you to listen to.
Everybody stand to. We gotta get moving.
The music is definitely a misnomer for what's about to happen.
Oh boy. Combat question mark?
And let me bring you here. Let me know once you've loaded into the map.
Yes. Okay. I'm still on the main map. I am still here.
Do you see the map?
No, I do not. I'm still on the main screen.
The
map.
Okay, that didn't.
The main map.
That button didn't work. That's weird. Okay.
Oh, I'm loading. Here I am. Oh, goodness.
All right.
Are those lizards?
Kinda. They're fire newts, home to deserts, basins, and the highlands. Currently, you are in a highland. That's of what most of the Badlands are now known for being a highland type of plane. So,
Alright.
going over your men, we have Corporal Myers over here. We have Sergey,
Yeah.
Genevieve,
Yeah.
Vaughn, Pavel, and Reese.
Well, aren't you able to assign like names to them?
Yeah, I have them on mine. I just need to give you this permission. Okay, hover over Sergey and let me know if that worked.
Yeah, I can see him.
Okay.
Sergey. Question: What are the armor? What are their armaments?
They are all carrying the same standard issued equipment, so they have 18 AC and they use a Morning Star.
They use a Morning Star. Okay, okay. Okay.
Okay, here we go.
Do I roll for initiative or?
So at the top right, you'll see the Combat Encounter tab,
Top
and then you'll see
right.
the you'll see dice right next to your name. Go ahead and roll that.
Rolling initiative.
Someone got Genevieve got that one on initiative. Somehow.
Makes sense. She's the civilian.
Oh, Sergey got it. Good job, Sergey.
Okay, question. Describe what am I seeing? What is burning down right now?
Bodies.
There are all these crates around.
Bodies.
Oh, they're burning bodies.
Yeah, there was a caravan that got ambushed. And so the newts are burning the leftover dead.
Alright.
Okay, now let me sort initiative. Okay, so Sergey's gonna wait for your orders. So if you want to give orders to specific people, feel free to just do so.
You know, I will do that. Moving up, seeing everything, Grendel would withdraw his long sword, take a defensive stance, and look towards the others. Myers! Sergey! Form up in front of me! Rise! Rise! Val! Form up the flags! Pavel! Stay with Jean!
Yes, sir. And he's going to go ahead and step forward just a little bit to shore up. Vaughn is going to go ahead and look behind this cart just to make sure there's no... That didn't mean to go that way. He's going to look behind the cart to see if there's anybody there. Noticing that there's not, he's going to step back into formation.
Myers, Sergey, keep a loose formation. I do not want us all getting cooked.
Pavel, since you ordered him to protect Genevieve, he's going to stand in front of her. And the Fire Newts, the leader of them, sees this group and he orders his own people to attack. And he's going to go ahead and step forward. And he's going to go ahead and attack Sergey.
Oh, he's got that much range. Okay, measurement tools.
He goes ahead and rolls a
Get rid of
20.
these.
He does hit. Dealing 9 fire damage. He casts Scorching Ray.
How do I get rid of these things I've put on the table?
Click the little measurement control thing,
Yeah.
and then you should be able to click the top left, the selection box, and then click on the little ray symbol that's on Sergey. Click that, and then click the delete button.
Right, there's a delete button, okay. Okay.
Alright. So the fire newts are up next. This one. Oh, I'm on the wrong tool. This one's going to go ahead and use his dash action to get forward. This one is going to go ahead and surround Sergey as well from the side. And he's going to go ahead and attack Sergey. He will make 2 attacks. One does not hit. And the second one does not hit. Grendel, it's your turn.
Okey-dokey. Actions, okay. Token controls. Well, seeing them kind of bounce up around Sergey, Grendel is going to move forward. Over here.
Okay.
And he will order Myers to take a position directly beside him, kind of try to form a defensive line.
Okay, he'll do that.
And he will then attack the one directly. He will then attack the newt directly to his right with the greatsword.
Okay.
Let's see.
So remember to click on the target button, which is like a little bullseye. Click the fire newt, and then activate whatever attack you'd like to do.
The bullseye button.
Yeah. Here, I will screenshot it and send it to you.
Also, that one, pink combatant, and then there should be like a little bullseye on the right, or
The left. Do you see my picture?
right, that, okay. Select you. Oh, I clicked it twice.
Oh, good. Now it says that you have a target fire newt, which is good.
Okay, attack. Two-handed, normal. An 11.
With 11, it unfortunately misses.
Alright then. I've only got one attack per turn, so I think that'll be my turn then.
Okay.
Actually, I've still got my battle stances. I think.
Yeah, you still have your battle stances. Corporal Myers is going to go ahead and shore up the wall, just like you said.
You know what? Yeah, I'll do high vom tag stance.
Okay. Okay, so that's the end of his turn. Reese's turn. He's going to go ahead and shore up the defenses on the right-hand side so no flankage could happen.
Yeah.
And he's going to go ahead and attack that fire newt warrior. With his Morningstar. Misses on the first swing. Attacks with the second one. He misses that. Ouch. He's the youngest of the group. Cut him some slack.
What the heck am I meant to do with all these greenies?
Alright, this guy, I don't know how, but my creatures got grouped. So he is going to... Oh, wrong selection. He's going to go ahead and move up. And that was using a dash action. So the next newt is going to come up here, and he's going to go ahead and spit fire at you, Gren. Actually, Reese is right next to him. He's going to go ahead and spit fire. Dexterity 11 saving throw. Reese is going to roll it. Reese rolled a 14, so he dodges and only takes half as much damage. AK 2.
Okie dokie.
Okay, this other fire newt is going to go ahead and spit at Myers. Myers rolls a natural 20.
Yes!
So he dodges, and I'm going to say with impunity, he doesn't take any damage. And now it's back at the top. It's Sergey's turn, and he's going to go ahead and attack at the fire newt in the middle. With the Morning Star. And 18 and 17 both hit, dealing damage. That newt is not looking good. It is now Vaughn's turn. What would you like Vaughn to do?
Vaughn, he's up there with Jean. Well, we've got Pal protecting her. Vaughn, I would like him to... Let's see what's going on here. I would like him to move up behind us where we are, so around there. Ready to react in case they try going around us. So if they try going around Myers or they try going around Rise and Sergey, he's there to respond.
Okay, can do. It is currently Pavel's turn. Do you want him still to protect Genevieve?
Yes.
Okay.
So I will say this, I would like Vaughn to take the dodge action while he's there,
okay,
ready in case they try attacking him.
Sure.
If nobody attacks Myers, then what I would have him do is I would have him move up beside me and then try attacking. Actually, okay. I'll have him dodge. If he doesn't get attacked, I'll have him dodge.
So, the enemy summons a giant flaming sphere.
Oh, damn it. You see, I knew something like this could happen.
Give me a sec, I accidentally backed out of the game. Oops, wrong button.
I said keep a loose formation. Why didn't you listen to me?
I followed
said
those
keep
dots.
a loose formation, you gits.
On game. Load roll data faster. Sorry about this. Just loading. I have lots of shit to download. Okay, there we go. Sorry about that. So, as I said, that he summoned a giant flaming sphere.
Yeah.
And so each person will have to make a dexterity saving throw. Is there a fast way to do this? Let's see. And this is dexterity saving throw. Yippee! So Grendel, it looks like I accidentally rolled for you, but it was a natural 20. You can choose to accept that or not.
I'll accept that.
Okay.
Grendel was probably the only person who kind of expected this. Like, T-Bill's formation doesn't do that. Oh my goodness.
So 4 damage. So Corporal Myers will take the full 4. You with your natural 20, you will succeed on the save and won't take any damage. Sergey failed and take an additional 4. Vaughn is out, so he's okay. Reese, he failed. Thanks, Reese. And the fire newts. All of them except that guy failed. Okay.
I'm not expecting them to take much damage. I mean, they are fire newts.
No,
Kind of
they take half damage innately.
I can't even see where the initiative tracker is.
Alright, there we go. If you look at the top right, it's the right button to chat messages.
Got it. So it's right now it's the Warlock's turn. Okay.
Yep, and he just casted that, and now it's this guy's turn, who is badly injured. He, seeing as he is dying, and he is a creature that is not very intelligent, he is going to try to run away.
From me.
That is correct. From you. He is not smart. These are not intelligent creatures. So, with an attack of opportunity, feel free to do so.
I think I will. I think I will.
And Sergey will as well.
Actually, what I need... yeah, I've got to do the target thing. So this...
Sergey hits.
Oh, Sergey hits him?
Yeah. Waiting for your attack roll. Oh! Okay.
No need, mate! No need!
Describe your kill.
So, after getting the fire, the flaming sphere, like, fire begins to wisp all around them. And the privates are a little but Grendel, he's keeping his cool, both in and out. And as this fire newt turns tail, Grendel brings up his sword, cuts down at his knee, and as he hits the ground, brings up his sword and stabs him through the base of his spine.
Oof. Okay. I will say he's also paralyzed, but, you know, he's dead, so...
Dead. Yeah, Grendel friggin' pulls the sword out, raises it high, and then with a blood-curdling call, turns to the others. Come on then, ya gets!
Alright, the next fire newt, who is trapped between two people, he's going to try to climb up onto this thing, which does so because it's not a very tall crate. And he attacks Sergey. With his scimitar. Missing. And... missing. Okay. Grendel, it's your turn.
Oh, my turn again. Well, let's see. That one's dead. Barely injured. Barely injured. Barely injured. Unharmed. And that guy down there. Barely injured. Injured. Unharmed. Okay. Grendel, seeing the situation, turns, sees that there is two of them surrounding Rise. He is going to reprioritize. How do I, like, chain movement?
I don't know how. So, just continuously.
Follow the path, spacebar. So... 15, 20. Well, ideally I want to reach over here.
Yeah, you'll be able to make it.
Token controls, damn it.
There you go.
So yeah, he backs up out of the formation, and as he's moving, he does turn to Myers and Sergey. Myers, Sergey, pull back! Val, fill my position!
Understood.
And he would move in, and he would slash at the one over here besides Sergey.
Okay.
You attack, slash. An 11. Nope, 16.
You still hit.
Right,
You just hit.
Just hit. Okay. Oh, yeah, damage. 12.
Oh my god. You go ahead and just absolutely cleave into the gut to this newt, and he kind of lops over to the side. He is not happy. He's not feeling good.
Rise back up! A little too hot over there!
Alrighty. Corporal Myers is going to do as you say, and he's going to fall back.
Yeah.
Reese, did you want him to fall back?
I want him to... Okay, so... What I would like him to do is I'd like him to move over here, because I'm going to support him, try to get them out of the sphere. The idea here is that Myers and Sergey, they're going to back up. Val is there, so they still have a wall to prevent them from discharging at the caravan. Meanwhile, me and Rise are going to try and move around the side, see if we can catch the Warlock in a pincer.
Okay. Do you want Reese to use disengage, or just to suffer one of the reaction attacks?
You know, let's have him disengage.
Okay, he disengages and moves out of the...
Actually, if he's disengaging, let's have him move. If he's disengaging, then I would rather that he... Yeah, and I just realised I actually have control over all these people, so... Actually, I'd rather have them move over here-ish.
Okay.
If possible, if they're disengaging.
Yep.
Preferably outside the sphere. But yeah.
Alright, so the next turn, the fire newt, let's see, is going to go ahead and waddle up to you, and he's going to make an attack roll against you.
I got +1 AC from the stance, come on. Uh, 14, I'm not sure. Oh, it's 17.
Does that hit?
I gotta check. Where is my AC?
It would be underneath your portrait, and it looks like you have 18 AC.
Oh, yeah, 18 AC.
And then it'd be 19.
Yeah.
So you're okay. He's going to...
No, wait a second. I'm using my sword two-handed. I don't have 18 AC.
Okay.
I have 17.
Oh, then he just meets you. So he's going to go
Yeah, he
ahead and
just meets
slash
me.
against you. Unfortunately, dealing max damage.
It's alright.
And by the way, if you click your token, you can click apply, and it'll automatically do the calc for you.
Torch. Where's the apply button?
In chat. Maybe you don't see it.
Yeah, I don't see it, but I can set my health manually.
Okay.
Bloodied, badly injured.
Okay. So it is the next Fire Newt's turn, which is
Oh yeah, no, I do not see that.
this guy. Seeing how you are all falling back, he's going to try to cut it behind you, and he's going to dash. And get right up to Genevieve.
Now, hopefully Pavel's gonna do as instructed and defend her.
He would have a readied action, so Pavel's going to go ahead and attack the Newt. And this would be double attack. One miss, one hit.
An 8.
Dealing nice max damage against the Newt. The Newt's is about half health.
Alright.
Genevieve, seeing this, is going to, let's see. She's going to go ahead and make an attack roll against this creature. Ah! She's not very good.
Not like her brother.
Nope.
Not like her little brother. Not like her brother.
Sergey, he's going to go ahead and step backwards onto the crate and attack this Newt, trying to at least end one of them. Oof. Okay, much
You
better.
guys can't do anything. Yeah, much better.
Dealing 7 damage. The Newt is not okay. With 1 HP, he will fall unconscious as a creature.
Unconscious, good enough.
So unconscious. Okay. Vaughn's turn. Vaughn is immediately going to spin on his heels to attack the Newt. Oof.
Okay.
Thought that'd mean 19. Nice. I don't know why this extra dice rolled, but dealing 11 damage, which brings the Newt to 1 HP and therefore falls unconscious. Okay, let's see. So this Newt is sleepy. Let's see. There we go. Well, he's not dead. He's just sleepy. Okay. Okay. Sorry about that. Pavel's turn.
Yeah.
And Pavel's going to go ahead and attack the creature. Just to put him down, making sure.
Does he really need to roll for that?
Nah. And he kills the creature.
Alright.
Okay. The Newt Warlock, he's going to step forward, and seeing how everybody's protecting this super important creature, he is going to send out
Fireball.
a massive wave of scorching waves. Yeah,
Yeah, I think I know what I gotta do with it.
I'm targeting the wrong creature. There we go. Luckily, it doesn't meet the 10 AC of Genevieve, and she luckily manages to dodge. Now, with a bonus action, he goes ahead and commands the burning sphere to ram into somebody. And that will be Reese. And let me move this tile. There we go. So Reese is
Okay.
going to...
Alright.
Let's see. Has to make a dexterity saving throw of 2d6. Where is it? There it is. Unfortunately failing, so 2d6 of damage. 9. Okay. This newt is where? Oh, he's unconscious. Grendel, it is your turn.
Okay, well, seeing the situation as it is, there's this one down here that's barely injured, this one that's near death. Can't really sustain this. Seeing the sphere go by and seeing the warlock in the distance, Grendel's eyes would sharpen and fixate upon this screwball.
Alright.
And he would look towards Rise and Myers. Rise, Myers, with me! And with that, how far away is that warlock?
30 feet.
Lovely. I'm charging his ass.
Alright, you'll take attack of opportunity from the creature.
Alright.
And let's see if he even hits you. He does hit. Dealing 2 plus 1 damage. So 3 damage to you.
Oh. So now I'm at 3 HP in a dream. Yeah, no, Grendel just tanks this slash to this side as he flies forward with his wings unfurled. With his sword drawn out. He got hit, he does not care, he does, like, grunt. But he knows that if he doesn't do this now, his sister's in danger.
Mm-hmm.
And, where can I find... this turn only. Here's a question. The Guardian Manifestation, does that consume an action or a bonus action?
It only requires a... It's when your guardian is out, so the next E.
Yeah.
And the manifestation was that screenshot that I sent a long time ago. There you go. I sent it again.
And an action, okay. We'll need to talk this over after session.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I suppose for the moment, I'm going to go back to All Reliable. And... Actually, wait, I have Second Wind. I have Second Wind.
That works pretty well.
Alright, bonus action, Second Wind. Come on, come on.
Remember, you have inspiration. That was a cool sound.
Second Wind, and I have inspiration, once per session thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think I don't think I need to use inspiration for the healing. I think I'm good for the moment. I think. I mean, what would that even do here?
So you can re-roll it, but you must take the new roll.
I think I'm happy. I'm happy with a 5.
Okay. Technically it'd be 6 because it's plus your fighter level. So add one more.
Right, okay. So it'd be a 9 then. Right, now. Great sword. This guy. Right now. $14.
A 14 does hit.
Lovely. Damage.
Oof. With an 8 damage.
Passable.
And
Yeah,
he has
no.
to maintain concentration. And he succeeds that.
So yeah, Grendel would shoot forward, gets hit in the side, but it's not as bad as the other. Like the others hear him grunt, but it does not deter him. He pushes forward, he gets his sword out, and with his charge, with his momentum behind him, he slashes this guy across the shoulder, tearing a gash in his armor.
Oof.
That will be my turn. I have ordered Myers and Rise to support me, and the others hopefully scatter away from. Actually, yeah, hopefully that I can only trust that they won't get that they know to move away from the giant's flaming sphere of death.
Oh, that hits. Corporal putting in good work. Concentration saving throw. Oh, succeeds, barely.
Come on, Corporal.
Oh, this still hits.
There we go.
The mage is not looking very good. The
He
new...
rolled out 20 on the saving throw, didn't he?
Yeah. Okay.
This man just does not want to give up.
No, he doesn't. Reese is going to go ahead and move outside of here to attack the newt. $18 does hit. Oof. Okay. The fire newt is going to go ahead and attack. Actually, let me make a check for him. Okay, 11. He doesn't succeed. He's going to attack Reese. Hitting. And the other attack missing.
Okay then, okay.
This newt is going to come up towards you, Grendel, and he's going to attack. Oof. Failing.
Seeing him come over, he brings his sword up and deflects a strike into the ground.
Nice. And 18, does that hit?
The new then swings his sword up his handle, and unfortunately it does not get stopped by the hilt of the blade, cutting a section of skin off off Grendel's face.
Oof. Let's see the damage on that. 3 plus 1, so 4 damage.
God, why you little...
Also, a little tip, if you don't know, when you're typing in your HP bar, you can type in like -4, and it'll just subtract 4.
I know.
Okay.
I did that. It seems it's a carryover from Roll20 I know of.
Okay, so... Genevieve's turn. She's going to go ahead and step away. And that's the end of her turn. Sergei is going to come rushing up towards with you to attack the newt. Missing. Missing. Thanks, Sergei.
That one seems to know how to use a sword.
Vaughn is going to move on the other side of this newt and attack. Missing? Ah.
Privates. Am I right?
Yeah. Pavel is going to move on the other side of her, just in case if there was any sneaky newt. But there is not. The fire newt, seeing what is happening, is going to let out another scorching blast at this apparently sacred god that you guys are protecting.
Stop trying to grill my damn sister.
Oof. Missing completely. As a bonus action, he goes ahead and rams the sphere into her. And Genevieve will need to make a... Let me roll this. Let's see, does that work? Oh, Genevieve succeeds, but takes half damage. So whatever this damage is, which was 8, she's going to go ahead and take 4. And Grendel, it's your turn.
Okay. Turning his head briefly, seeing this, he turns back and he doubles down on the warlock here. I'm going to attack him.
Okay.
Alright, come on, come on. No, wait, yeah, I still got to do the target thing. I'm going to get used to that. Come on.
Oh, nice. Describe your kill, dude.
Describe my... Okay. Seeing this, Grendel turns to the Screwball, gets his sword up, slashes his arm, and then, with one fell swoop, gets his hand up, grabs the dude's neck, pulls him in, and then headbutts him with his helmet.
The newt will recoil back, blood strewing from its face, and he falls over onto his back. Your mind is too strong for him.
Nope, and with that, Grendel gets his sword up, and he stabs the dude through the base of his neck.
Okay, confirming the kill. Very nice. Corporal Myers goes ahead and steps on his corpse. And he's going to go ahead and attack the newt.
Not wasting a beat. Love it.
There we go. Missing. Missing. God damn it. My rolls suck so badly. Reese is going to attack this other newt. One attack hitting. Okay. The creature's not looking good. Both of the fire newts' turn, and they're going to try to run away. This fire newt up here gets cut down by these two and dies. This one tries to run away as well, seeing how their commander has went ahead and fell. All three of you get to make an attack roll.
Can I want to do. I want to try this. I think I know how to flavor it if I hit him.
You still hit?
16. As he runs away, now that his hand is free, he grabs the fire newt's tail and pulls him in, where Myers and Sergei deal with him. Let's say that.
As you go ahead and wrench him back, the newt lets out a scream as swords from either direction, well, morning stars from either direction, clang against his stomach, dropping him dead. Congrats!
And with that, Grendel puts his gets his sword up, and then with his arm, he cleans the blade through his arm, through his elbow, before then sheathing it.
I'm surprised everything worked out pretty well.
Nobody died!
I'm surprised Genevieve kept dodging every fucking thing. It's only integral to what we talked about.
Oh, this is meant to be what happened, isn't it?
Yeah. Such is Batavia, a game of fate. Oh, well.
Well, hey. The story evolves.
But that's how Batavia rolls. It rolls with the punches. If that's what fate determines, then Genevieve's is okay.
For a little longer. She's okay for a little longer.
Okay.
Alright. Check for wounds. Adrenaline's a hell of a painkiller.
As you let me switch music. Actually, that'll be in just a second. Okay.
Yep.
So as you go ahead and address your wounds and get ready to saddle back up, Your boys did remarkably well. They dealt with these newts, and as well as their leader. Same with you, efficiently. Surprisingly, no one got super injured, unfortunately. But that's okay.
Frickin' Pavel walked away without a scratch. So did that.
Let me bring you back to good old Equus.
I guess I played my calls really well with the strategy there.
Yeah, you did. Okay. So, you begin to march, and you marched from Terme all the way up to Kira. And as days go on and nights fall, one of the nights you hear the Nexi howling in the distance. Roll history check with advantage. You need at least a 10.
Boy.
Oh, thankfully it was with advantage.
I'm getting my inspiration out. Screw this.
It was with advantage. You may not need to.
No, don't use it. Yeah, I hadn't. Yeah.
Okay, with a 15, 17. You definitely know, due to your time dealing with a Nexi, as well as having a Nexi of your own, you know in the distance it is a hunting howl. Someone, somewhere, has been spotted, but it is in the distance. The corporal of the group orders the privates to extinguish the fire, to lay low. Tensions were high that night, and it was Vaughn who shook the most when the howls of the Nexi rang in the air. Days began to pass, and supplies ran low while trying to get to Care. Somehow, you wound up lost. Genevieve, the one who was meant to be a good cartographer of sorts, seemed to mix up her terrain. Sergei went up to him and said, "Then the map is wrong. All we had to do was go north according to the map. Real hard to screw that one up." Genevieve will retort, "We did go north, and Care is north. We should have been there by now. It's a massive place."
Hey, Gene, remember back in town when you mentioned this place might be a little difficult to get to?
Yes, it's difficult, but I was told the way by Grace. She said that she's been there before. She gave me a map and everything, see? And she goes ahead and gives you the map. And indeed, it says that it is north.
Okay. Check your maps, check your compasses. Let's try to find out where we are.
Go ahead and check your
Obviously,
compass.
Obviously, the road isn't reliable.
As you check your compass, thanks to being inside the Badlands, the magnetic field is completely warped. It does nothing but spin in circles.
Grendel would audibly just sigh in frustration and put a towel on his little forehead. Okay, I guess we're doing this the old-fashioned way. Try to find a landmark and triangulate our position.
As even more days begin to pass, morale dipped like the sun behind the Empire's jagged mountains. In the middle of nowhere, you stumble across it. A manor. And this is where our next song comes into play.
Who the crap builds a manor out in the middle of the Badlands?
Yeah, especially this type of manor. You'll see. Let me know once the song is playing for you.
Yeah, I'm listening.
Okay. So as you stumble across the manor in a forest, you see it in its full shape as you crest the end of the bushes and forest, the clearing. You see that it isn't really just a manor. It is a fortress draped in civility, untouched by the Nexi, tended by gardeners, guarded by men in gleaming armor. The grounds of this manor are pristine, and atop the towering estate, nestled like a crown, was a stone. Corporal comes up to your ear real low. You stand in the forest and bushes, looking at the walled estate. Sir, whoever lives here isn't just powerful, but we're running out of rations, and we're lost with some wounds. What should we do?
Hey, that is a bit of a conundrum. Ugh. The standard practice would be to requisition some supplies and get a little bit of bed rest, and for his trouble he'd be compensated by the crown. But I'm not sure if our influence reaches all the way out here.
It should. It's part of the Silene Empire. He looks around. Right? Genevieve, thanks to her being alive, looks up at the crown that is nestled at the top of the manor. You hear her whisper, That's a next word.
I beg your pardon, Jean?
Unmistakably, it is one of the ancient obelisks that fell from the sky. For this person to have one of these obelisks is an impossibility outside of fables, of course. What would a person be doing with such a powerful artifact? Who is
great,
this
we're dealing with
person?
things beyond our comprehension. Sorry.
Go ahead.
Great, now we're dealing with things beyond our comprehension. What great timing.
So the obelisks around the Silene Empire are called next words, and there's only a very limited amount of them. And what they do is they basically set up a perimeter to keep the Nexi away. Period.
Mm-hmm. Okay. I'll go up there and speak to the head of the manor and see if I can sort us out some lodging. We won't stay for long. We need to be on the road soon enough. Maybe a night or two, but that's it.
The corporal nods.
Sound all right?
And
okay.
A guard approaches you as you near the gate to the manor.
I would first give him a respectful bow and salute.
The guard eyes you for a moment before pulling a glinting runestone from his belt. What is your purpose here?
I be Captain Grendel. Me and my escort are wounded, and we need to seek shelter here for a night or two.
Where are your companions? And how many?
Just over there. Let's see. So there was
5 of your crew, Genevieve, and yourself. 7 in total.
6 others. 7 in total, including myself.
Bring them here.
He would nod and do so.
As the rest of the group makes their way towards you, he nods and eyes at all of you. State your names and ranks.
Captain Grendel of the Emperor's Guard.
Give me a sec.
And I assume the others would, go ahead and do the same.
Yep. The corporal... we'll just pull this up.
Grendel would finish by saying, "Is it possible to speak to the Lord of the Manor?"
He goes ahead and nods. It would, but first, what division of military are you with?
Division of military. I don't think we ever talked about that.
It'd be the Emperor's Guard.
Which I have just stated, Emperor's Guard.
Fair enough. The guard listened intently, and he speaks the words that you spoke to him into the stone and crushed it. A moment later, he steps to the side and opens the gate. He'll meet you inside. Come. What awaited you was a sanctum. Stone pathways curved gracefully around a functioning water fountain in the middle of nowhere. At its center, a massive raven statue with wings outstretched high and proud. Its talons gripped a pony's skull. Water trickled around the raven's wings and neck, cascading down its chest and into the basin below. Cherry blossom petals gently floating on its pristine surface. The front garden was a painter's dream, verdant grass, half hedges sculpted in elegant symmetry. White bricked walkways carving stark contrast against the greens. A cherry blossom tree bloomed to the left, its petals dancing on the wind. Flowers bloomed in perfect harmony, curated. On the grass lawn, it says, "Do not walk on the grass." Thorned rose bushes lined the mansion walls like a protective crown. 13 steps ascended to the main entrance, guarded by twin statues of ravens on either side, curling inward, wings arched to form a canopy above the door. The guard leads you up the staircase and knocks on the door for you and your group. A moment later, the doors opened, one to each side, revealing 2 griffin servants, fashionably dressed in dark vests with gold trimming. They bowed in perfect synchronicity, each extending a claw to gesture welcome inside. And in front of you stood a 3rd griffin, sleek, elegant, with eyes sharp, a butler, prim and poised. "Welcome to the Raven Manor," he said. "Please, your host is expecting you."
Grendel would nod and wait for the others to move in. And before then going over to the butler. Pleasure to make our acquaintance, sir.
It is good to meet you. What is your name so that I can call you by it?
Captain Grendel. May I ask the name of the Lord of the Manor?
The Lord is Sir Ryan von Ravenclaw.
He would nod.
As you enter the manor,
Thank you kindly.
You see the marbled flooring with many portraits of a black griffin with speckled white dots and stripes. One portrait, which is directly in front of the entrance, hanging high between where 2 staircases curve and meet in the middle, has what appears to be a family portrait of a griffin, Pegasus, and a female Pegasus daughter sitting between them, each of the parents having a hoof over each of the teenage foal's shoulders. Quite frankly, the room is immaculate, filled with relics of power and wealth. A red carpet with gold trimmings lead you from the entrance to each one of the doors and up the curled staircase that gives breadth towards the 2 doors. In front of the entrance is a door sitting below the 2nd floor. Above, where the 2 staircases meet, is another set of doors, each painted in pristine white. Not a speck of dirt is anywhere. The head butler motions for you all to follow him. "Our boss would like to see you all. Please allow me to guide you to the dining room." When he states this, the 2 griffin servants that opened the door for you before move swiftly and calmly towards the dining room to open the doors for you. He turns and heads straight towards the end of the room. Your group following along where the room opens up to a massive dining room with a very large ornate table, sitting in the middle with a fireplace blazing on to the left. Behind the table are large glass windows looking out into the main beautiful garden. On your right are doors that lead into the main kitchen.
Well, Grendel's going to be a nice host. He's going to gesture for his men to not quite disrobe just yet, but they will begin to collectively sit down as he approaches the Lord of the Manor, taking a seat close by if he is also seated.
Could you describe that last part?
So the Lord of the Manor, is he standing or is he seated?
No, he will meet you in a bit.
Right then, in that case, yeah, he will gesture for his men to sit down and take their helmets off.
The head butler will go ahead and bow to your guys' presence. Please, enjoy... please, he says, turning his attention to you guys. Enjoy your stay. Food will be prepared for you soon. Our boss will see you in 30 minutes. When the food comes out, feel free to eat what and how much you would like. It is our treat to treat such honored guests of the Emperor's Guard. Are there any questions before I depart?
Thank you kindly. I would like to ask if you have any medical staff available.
Yes.
We are,
I can go ahead...
He would nod.
The Lord will go ahead and provide a few provisions. He goes ahead and, with a snap of his talons, one of the maids run out and quickly returns with a set of what appear to be potions of some type. Here you are. And he goes ahead and starts to pass it among... He gives one to each of the group, even towards Pavel that didn't take any damage.
Oh yeah, Pavel. Wait. Yeah, I'd see that.
Yeah. He gives...
Hey, pal.
He gives a potion to each of them.
Right. In that case, Grendel would instruct Pavel to save it for later.
Okay. He goes ahead and stashes it. Do you inspect the potion?
I think I will.
Sure.
You never know with types like these. This is obviously a place beyond time and space, so I just want to be prepared in case I meet the Fae.
So, each of the bottles that he hands to you is like a wine bottle. It is a beautiful wine bottle. The bottle's neck is a beautiful, elegant swirl-type design. It is fancy beyond belief. And would you like to smell it?
Sure. Why not?
Sure. Through your time as a military, you can indeed tell that it is a health potion. Roll a history check.
Let's see, history. An 8. Lovely.
With a history check, you don't really know where this health potion might be from. But as soon as you drink it, it absolutely kicks you right into the guts. I assume you drink it.
Yeah, I do kind of drink it. It's first it's a bit of a test. It's oh yeah, thank you.
So as soon as you drink it, it kicks you right into the gut. And as soon as it drops you low, it brings you to the absolute brim of your peak physicality. You feel 20 years younger, back in your prime days. This potion is, based on what you can feel and what you can taste, and based on the health potions that you've had before, this is of the highest end type of quality.
Okay, best not get too greedy. Don't drink all of it.
And the drink is bitter.
Yeah. Yeah, no, obviously. Yeah, Grendel, he'd take a mouthful after that, and he'd note, yeah, whatever we're drinking, this is probably worth at least a decade worth, a decade of my pay grade. So I best not drink this all in one go. And he will set it aside. But also, there is a matter of etiquette. He was kind of, should I drink this now or should I wait? Because it's kind of rude to just start going ham on everything before you speak to the Lord of the Manor.
Well,
But given how eager his staff are, he probably won't mind.
Yep. Basically, in character, also, the head butler is trying to implore you guys, feel free to eat and drink as much as you want for whatever that comes. Because you are honored guests as the Emperor's Guard in the house. The head butler will turn to the rest of the table and say, "Is there any questions that I can answer for any one of you?" Genevieve will... Actually, Sergei will raise his talon. "Where are we?" "Our lord will give you a map of the surrounding area." "What's with all the guards? If you have..." And Genevieve speaks up. "What's with all the guards? If you have a stone of the Nexi ward, why would you need such heavy guards?" He bows. "They are to protect the residents of this manor."
Lads like these have all sorts of reasons for having protection. You can't fault them for it. There's likely a lot of eager faces that would gladly kill for what they have.
Mm-hmm.
Just try to relax for the moment.
The head butler bows and turns away towards the kitchen. 5 minutes go by, and a ton of food starts to come out. Appetizers, soups, crackers, salad, cheese, fruit, vegetables, all gets put out for you to eat. Along with it is alcohol and wine that follow next. The head butler explains as he sets the wine and alcohol on the table that they are all aged of at least 50 years. He will also say, 10 more minutes until main courses are ready. For now, please enjoy the food as our honored guests. Reese, kind of nervous at all of this, a stark contrast to certainly nobility life that Reese has lived, as well as the Badlands. He kind of asks a quiet question, one that is hushed, when the servants turn back into their kitchen. Is it safe?
And at that, Grendel will turn to him. "I don't know. I would like to ask that ye stay your hand from the food until I talk to the Lord of the Manor. This is not usual process for lads like us. Usually we talk to the Lord of the Manor and request provisions. We don't just eat."
Reese will actually make a counter argument because he's part of the nobility background. When there are honored guests, it is often that the honored guests are allowed to eat before visiting the Lord. The reason is because you think more clearly on a full stomach rather than an empty one. And it would be rather rude to the Lord to provide such provisions and for us not to partake in them.
Right. I'm more of a military bird than I am a nobleman.
It's okay. I saw you out on the field. You've hit all of your shots, and I didn't hit any. I think you hit like one.
We'll start somewhere. You managed to get out of it with your head intact.
Yeah, thankfully.
That's a start.
In
that case...
The corporal will try it first. He digs into some of the sourdough bread that is left on the table and potato soup. Immediately, you see his face in a surprise motion. He will exclaim to the best of his ability on how delicious this is, how fresh, how airy and nice the bread is, and he encourages other people to try this absolute wonderful dish.
In that case, yeah, Grendel would kind of smile and he turns to the others. Alright, in that case, start chowing down, gents, but do it slowly. Try to savor this. You likely won't be getting another meal for this for the rest of your lives.
Probably not. As you savor the food, could you take her to the restroom? As you savor the food, each bite that you taste is just masterfully prepared. Whoever this person is somebody of incredible note. He isn't clearly a normal type of individual, even for the nobles of the realm. And as the minutes go by, the smell really starts to kick in. Sweet hickory smells of slow roast steak, potatoes, and fish ring in the air. 10 minutes exactly as he left out came the main courses. The beautiful and lavish meals brought by the Griffin servants. He sets the food onto the tables. The hot steam rises into the air, and you see Genevieve lick her lips at this marvelous sight of fresh fish. The head butler will bow at the servants. "How's the food? Is it to your liking?"
Compliments to the chef, lad. Look at him go. And he just smirk and turn to the others as they dig in.
"Thank you. I'm glad that you all enjoy the food. Our Lord has stated that he will be out here momentarily. If you need me at any time, please call out. And again, thank you for being our guests." He turns around with the servants and exits through the kitchen. Vaughn will be the first to speak up. "Good Lord! What is this place? It's heaven?" Reese says, "Yeah, even I have never had anything like this at Silene. The meat is rich, flavorful, and exceedingly greatness compared to even average nobility food." Meyer, Sergey, and Pavel absolutely dig into the slow roast and steak. They are enjoying it immensely as the tender juice runs down. You see a few steaks cooked as medium rare, some of them as well done.
During this time, Grendel would eat slowly. Not so much because he's suspicious, but more so because he would like to enjoy this, because he knows this is not going to last forever. And if there is something suspicious behind this, well, at least he had one last hit. At least he has one last hurrah before he dies.
18 minutes go by, and the doors open to reveal a matte blue griffin. A grisly, tough griffin wearing half plate adorned with ornaments. A decorated veteran. He carries himself with determination and steadfast. Then he steps his way forward before gesturing behind him and bowing. Spoken with a deep booming voice, hardened by war. "Introducing Sir Ryan von Ravenclaw, owner and master of this manor." Then a large, aged, black-feathered griffin, speckled with white dots and gray streaks, running through his fur, steps through. Ravenclaw spreads his wings and gives a noble, respected bow to another well-respected crew. His eyes full of brevity, he has a large scar across his right side head, cutting its way where no fur grows. His voice, sleek with professionalism and experience. "Greetings, honored guests. Welcome to my estate. I trust you found the food warm and the wine older than your ancestors."
Indeed, sir. We be blessed to find ye in our time of need. I thank ye and your chefs for preparing all this for us.
Good. I've always believed that first impressions should never arrive hungry. A full stomach listens better. Now, with whom do I have the pleasure speaking to? He walks slowly toward the head of the table, trailing one claw along the length of the wood, dragging it across the polished grain. As he sits, he exhales softly.
Grendel would raise two talons up, getting his attention. "Aye, be me. I be Captain Grendel of the Emperor's Guard. We were sent here for an escort mission, but we've run amok."
He looks over to you, nodding at your experience. "We don't always leave war behind. Sometimes it leaves us, but keeps our shadow." And he nods to you while looking at Corporal Myers next. Corporal Myers introduces himself. Then Sergey. "A fine name. I knew a soldier once who bore that name. Brave soul. Didn't even know when to quit." Pavel would introduce himself, and then Vaughn. "You've got the eyes of someone who's seen fire. Not all do, some just see smoke. Reese will introduce himself, and then Genevieve. It is good to see you, lass. I had expected you to... goodness, this is metagaming. Maybe I shouldn't say that.
Grendel's looking at him.
He'll kind of like wave it away and says, "It is nice to see you, lass. I am Ryan von Ravenclaw, a proud graduate of the honored Batavia."
Well, it's very nice to meet you, sir. I'm glad that you're able to accept us in such conditions. And your little comment about fire wasn't entirely inaccurate. He then gestures towards the half-drunk healing potions. We were a little ugly when we walked in.
It seems that you have walked well here, though. I'm glad to hear that none of your comrades have fallen in amongst a scrapping.
Not on my watch, no, sir.
Vaughn will speak up. You were in Batavia? Yes, a graduate from Batavia. What class were you? When I was younger, I chose to be a warrior of peace, a paladin of vengeance, a warrior with a purpose to seek out injustice and drag it screaming into the light. I believed in order back then, the kind carved into stone, not scribbled in parchment. I fought hard, bled more than I should have, thought that I could fix the world. He lets out a half chuckle. But alas, I am retired now. Too many gray feathers appeared on my head one day. My swing arm just isn't what it used to be. So I retired, bought this land, built this manor, to learn to host instead of hunt.
I say you done a fine job learning that art, my friend. A very fine job.
He nods. The head butler pours the Lord a drink, and the Lord raises his glass to you all, waiting for you to raise your glasses to him.
Grendel would go ahead and do so, and look to the others. Kind of giving them a hint, nod to do the same.
Reese is the first one to raise his glass, followed by everyone else. The Lord will speak once again. To survival, the purest kind of victory. And he chugs down the drink, as you all do. He sets the glass down on the table with a thud. I'm sure you're all very busy, so I won't keep you here. You may stay the night if you'd like, and head out in the morning. But where would be my manners if I didn't bestow some supplies and gifts along the way? For you, Grendel, captain of this group, I would like to give a fine officer like yourself a gift from my personal treasury. Abelard will quickly exit the room to go grab the gift. Go ahead.
Like Grendel's about to say something, there's like, He does turn to the others, and he does speak a little quietly if the butlers aren't listening.
They are not.
You know, you are a little right. This is a little up front. Maybe I'm just not used to this.
Abelard will return to the room again. And the Lord will gesture to them. My old pair of boots. I know it may not seem like much, but as a marshal like myself, as I see in you, Grendel, not being able to get to your enemy is never fun. You are handed by Abelard a pair of boots made of exquisite material, Thankfully, these boots are odorless. And when wearing this item, your walking speed increases by 10 feet.
Oh no. It's happening again. Oh no, it's happening again. I'll write that in, but so you know, in my last game, I played this type of character. I was given a pair of boots of speed,
Oh yeah?
and I turned into a monster.
Okay. Well,
I turned into an
we shall
actual
see how this
train.
path leads us.
I turned into an actual train.
Is this a fine enough gift for you, brother at arms?
Aye, tenfold. Good pair of boots can set you a good pair of boots can set you up for life, if you know what I mean.
He nods. They even have some insoles in them, so it'll be mighty comfortable for you. After a while, and do you sleep the night here?
Why not?
Okay. So as
That's
you
what we
sleep,
came here to do.
you are also given the same treatment in the morning for food. However, Ryan Von Ravenclaw doesn't come to meet you for breakfast. He is too busy. After a while, he sends you on your way with a fully loaded cart of supplies and gives you a map of the surrounding area. You finish your mission by delivering to Care. You start to head back, thankfully without any further incident. Genevieve will look kind of half sadly at you. Not at you, but like kind of motioning to like, hey, let's talk quietly.
I see you're in town while this happens.
It's along the journey.
It's along the
And it also
fair
doesn't
enough.
really
So
matter
we're
where we
on
say
the
this.
road. Alright.
You know, brother, I'm tired of being weak. We're constantly contracted out by these shady nobles that we have to live with. Constantly letting you do dead drop runs. Or dealing with individuals that they don't like. Seeing Ryan Von Ravenclaw, he's a nice guy. Wouldn't you say?
I was about to say, like, isn't this the first time you've met up in, like, years?
Isn't it the first time in what?
Isn't this the first time we've met up in years?
About so, yeah.
Right, so she's speaking independent of me and of, like, her experience is different from mine. Okay, so
Yeah.
she's talking about other people. Got it. Are you looking to learn how to defend yourself, lass?
Me defend myself? I don't think I could do such a thing. I'm an inventor, not a destroyer. But seeing Ryan Von Ravenclaw, imagine if our family had that wealth and power. Mother and father wouldn't be dead, and we wouldn't be slaves to this contract.
Aye, but we get what we're given in life. We've got to work with our lot. We're not lucky, but we've had our ups and downs.
Indeed.
I mean, do you know how hard father fought to keep us from being indentured?
And look where we are. Without father, we became slaves.
Right, fair point.
My point is, brother, what if there was an opportunity to alleviate ourselves from this position?
Yeah, I mean to get us out of this runt.
Yes.
I don't know, Gene. I mean, if it's safe, then sure. Me, I don't know. City life and smithing's all I've known. I mean, at some point, I do want to make something to honor our parents. I've just not had the time. I mean, granted, they've still got me smithing away per usual, but it's not for my own benefit, it's for the guard. I'm learning valuable skills. Maybe once I'm done with them, I can take those skills to the streets, go back to market stalls, like I did with Father that one time.
Father never really sold any goods.
He did. I mean, they weren't top of the line stuff like what Ravenclaw's carrying, but they kept their head above the water.
There was some silence that passes between you both for a little bit before she speaks back up. What if you were offered an invitation to Batavia so that we could begin to shape our fortune in our own way, like Von Raven did?
That would be nice, I would admit that would be nice, but we've got our responsibilities here too.
Responsibilities? What? Slaving away for these nobles?
We're still working for the crown. I'm still...
You're retired.
I still got a... Wait, oh, this is all... I thought I was still like, oh...
They sent you one mission from retirement, which was this mission. Basically, a easy job.
Fair, right, fair enough, got it wrong. In that case, he would kind of think to himself.
We're growing old. We need something more than this, and it's clear that our life isn't going to get any better.
Maybe you're right. I mean, the peak of my ambition right now is to find a nice cozy cottage out in the wild.
My ambition is to hopefully someday get married, but it seems like the only place I will be at is in that noble house. Stuck, locked away like a princess in the tower or some sort.
Yeah, I do suppose right now you are married. Just, not to a man.
Nope, just the words on some parchment. I'll speak with the nobles. See if I can convince them to do something about this. I've heard Batavia is awfully expensive.
Jean, I know it's been a while, but if there's any bird that I can trust to wrangle a noble it'll be you. I mean, you've lived with them half your life.
Thank you. I've certainly learned on how to deal with those two. And
I wrangle a different kind of trouble.
yeah, you do. You have your moments with Genevieve as you travel the rest of the way back to the Silene City. And even though you turned your quest in as being complete, and Genevieve is nice and safe at home, the nobles weren't finished with you. They sent you on more missions, dropping off supplies and a dead drop. It weighs on you heavily with each crime that you know is taking place by your hand. You want to get stronger. Seeing the fortune, power, and generosity of Lord Ravenclaw, maybe, just maybe, the future is in Batavia. So, with the nobles, you're not entirely certain if what they're doing is illegal, but you're kind of assuming that it is. There's just no proof. No proof that couldn't also get you and your family in trouble.
I do also kind of like the idea that Grendel is oblivious to all of this until Genevieve just straight up throws the information at his face.
Okay. We can do that.
I mean, fair enough, but I can also, Grendel can also think this through and be like, wait, is that legal? I do also have an idea, but Yeah, we're approaching the 3-hour mark now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So as time passes, Genevieve does manage to convince Garvey, of all people, not Grace, to send you to Batavia on the condition of that you will pay back 10,000 GP out of the 50,000 investment that they did on your behalf, and that you will sign the rest of your life to work under them.
Oh!
Now, a thought runs in your mind.
Gene, what the crap did we talk about?
By growing in power, you will be able to make shots that you can't now. And in addition, you can always buy out the contract, which is 50,000. And that,
so
according
I
to
got that.
Silene, is to absolve you of any contract. Otherwise, you could be indentured into their servitude for the rest of your remaining life and only owing 10,000 GP. But again, once you grow in power, you get to make shots that you can't make today.
I made to think about it. That kind of offer would not be very tempting to Grendel. He's not. That would be a hard thing to convince Grendel for, because he already had the idea that he'd signed his life away to the guard. Then when they retired him, it was like, oh, well, this is nice. I get to do what I want now. And then we had that talk with Jean being like, we're slaving away for the rest of our lives. I think we have a conflict of perspective here.
It's
where
more
Jean
so
is like,
that Genevieve knows that once you are stronger, you can force out of the contract. Contracts may be altered throughout its duration until it expires, and you may be able to swing it into that. For example, you know that the business nobles are shady dealing. Perhaps you can use some of that leverage to advantage yourself.
Yeah, I'll think about it, yeah.
I know there's a lot to take in up front, but it's more so of what you can do in the future to mitigate it.
Yeah.
Think of it as a goal, a long-term goal.
A long-term goal, yeah. I do have a question. Is the next session meant to be when all of our player characters meet up?
That is correct.
Right. And because of what happened today with Jean, she's going to be a bit more active than we thought she is.
Such is the game of Batavia, a game of fate. If the dice gods willed it like they certainly have, then who am I to say no?
Right. Still got a little bit mixed up in all that. I'm just thinking. We didn't really cover a few of the bits and pieces I thought we would, but that's alright. I can have them come up later in roleplay. And that intelligence, the +1 intelligence, I'm not going to say no to that, because then I can have Grendel learn chef's tools, because that's something that I want him to do. I want him to do chef stuff.
Okay, so you're going to use that +1 to get cooking? The cooking...
Cooking utensil.
Yeah.
Proficiency, yeah.
Okay. That sounds good. Something
what
that I
else?
taught Du during his moment in his game, cooking provides special effects. They can do anything from temporary health bonus to a special effect to healing, or even reducing exhaustion levels depending on the quality of the food.
Nice. I'm gonna turn off the ambience for now, since I think we're pretty done with our session.
Sure, I will wrap it up by saying, regardless of what happens here, you will eventually go to Batavia.
Yeah, of course.
And with that,
it may take some convincing, but yeah.
I will take your token, and will come from Silene. Now, the nobles, at least part of this backstory now, is going to hire one of the cheaper Batavians in order to help guide you. And they are going to basically skirt along the edge of the they're going to skirt along the edge of the Badlands, if you can see your movement.
Yeah, I can see that.
And there are lots of adventures to be had during that time of what happened, especially in the Phantom Forest. The Phantom Forest is a spooky place that makes you see things that aren't actually there, and you typically get lost within it due to it, because when you're inside of it, it's extremely misty and foggy, and you just can't really see anything. As well as you going by the Springs of Tranquility, which is Silas' resting place, and the Dreamwave Fields as well. So there's lots of adventures that has happened along the way, but we need to get to Batavia.
Of course. There was that 1 week gap where I couldn't play, so...
Yeah. But okay, that's the end of the session. Now, we'll do our final wrapping up of the session, and of course that begins with, what are the things that you liked and disliked about the session?
So the things that I liked. First off, I actually got to do combat this time, and I got to show off A, what I'm like as a commander / strategist, and B, just how funkin' scary I can be when the dice roll in my favor. I liked that commander aspect. I am a bit of a strategist. I really like that. I liked a bit with Jean, the roleplay we had between us. At points, it did feel a bit more scripted.
That's
it
fair.
felt less like we're having banter and more like you were, stating things. But I did like being able to talk to Jean, even if it was a bit limited. But hey ho, we get to talk to her some more now. I like that you did play it straight with the whole, this thing that was meant to happen hasn't happened. I like that you didn't fish that out later on in the session. You played straight with that.
Yep.
Granted, it can still happen later on, but
Yeah.
hey ho, tragic backstory thing reserved to later. What else?
What did you think
The
of
ambience.
the meditation?
I'll admit, it was a little confusing. You kind of lost me at points. You did mention it was quite esoteric. I wasn't really sure what to do, which I guess for young Grendel fits.
Correct.
I liked that we actually got to see the conclusion of the whole thing with the Nexi. I was wondering where that was going, or if it was just a one-off, but no, I got to see what was going on there, and I like that. I like that little twist.
What did you think of learning that Nexi that was following you and stalking you that you didn't even know was actually your guardian?
That's a very scary guardian. I approve.
Yeah, after every amount of the blue lights that flash in your eye, those were all scenes where the Nexi was manifested for you. Except you, in that time, never realized, because, of course, I tried to keep that secret, and it seemed I did a good job on that.
Yeah, I was expecting that. I thought after the bit with the college, I thought, okay, there's something going on with the psionics and the Nexi.
Yep.
Are they connected somehow? And so I was thinking of that, but I wasn't expecting you to pull out the, oh hey, guess what, Guardian Angel? I was expecting that. given that, said guardian angel probably wasn't that one, but, just killed my family.
Correct. So, it is a manifestation. Not exactly the same Nexi that are in the land. But it is your type of guardian angel in a limited type of way. But, yeah. I guess that's all I can really speak about it before spoilers happen, maybe 2 sessions or 3 sessions from now.
Fair enough. Moving on to things that I didn't like. Well, so the meditation scene, it kind of emphasized that if you want to control your silence, you need to be a calm individual. The problem is that I'm not playing a calm individual. I'm playing someone who uses their anger. I am playing someone who, doesn't thrive in chaos like the Joker, but is someone who is adjusted to high stress situations, will act swiftly, decisively, and often brutally, as you saw back there. So I do think there is going to be an ongoing struggle with Grendel trying to manage his anger over the PTSD of that event, something he's not going to just easily wash away.
Okay.
So being given clarity as one of my features kind of undermines that. He's an aging warrior coming to the end of his tether. He's someone who deals with stress, who deals with, his emotions still, even at this later age.
Mm-hmm.
He's got a lot of baggage.
Now, there is one thing that I fear that I do not wish to have happen for our games, and that is for you to get hotly towards another player, for them choosing what they would like to choose.
Pardon, what was that?
So, there is one thing that I do not wish for you to do in my games, is that when a player chooses a particular decision that your character would disagree with, that your character becomes over the top hot-headed against them.
Oh, fair enough. I believe you've talked to me about this before, and we've had a discussion about it, and yeah, I don't think I need to repeat my points back there.
In terms of the ability, feel free to maybe come up with an idea for your own in order to replace that, and we can look at that aspect.
Yeah, fair enough. I'm good with homebrew. I can think of something.
What did you think of Ryan von Ravenclaw and his manner?
What? Wait. So you're telling me you're not a fae?
Not a what?
So you're telling me you're not the fae?
No.
I was expecting... Okay, I will admit, with the whole noble situation, I was expecting it to be a bit more like... I'm seeing some divine entity or something. Not just a really, really over-the-top wealthy dude. I was fully expecting it to be something else, but no, it's just a really, really over-the-top wealthy dude.
That's right. It's a person that graduated from Batavia.
So, great twist there. Really highlights the equality, inequality of this world.
Mm-hmm.
Great with that. You did a great job with the descriptions, a great job with, presenting things. I'm just stumbling through this world trying to figure things out.
Yep, as is everybody.
But yeah, no, good job with the descriptions, good job with everything, just a good job in general of the writing.
Thank you.
There will be times where I do kind of doze off a little bit as you go on and on, but that's more because I have just been under a lot of stress recently, and it is almost 12 o'clock for me.
Yeah. Kind of wrapping things up, the last thing to talk about is the fight. What did you think of the fight and the animated fire and things along that nature?
Oh, those are some very good effects. Those were some very good effects.
Thank you.
I will admit, it wasn't quite what I was expecting for the big grand fight that crippled Genevieve for the rest of her life. But it was something.
I thought about it, and I thought about like using the Nexi again to attack, but it's like I don't want to overplay the card. I want to keep it close to my chest, so that when the Nexi does come, it is big and eventful. So
Yeah.
if I was just marking your backstory over and over and over again using this overwhelming odds of the Nexi, then it would kind of like dull over time.
Fair enough, fair enough. I was expecting Nexi but fair enough. I was also expecting maybe bandits, like we're going along, or maybe when we reach that town, we find it's being attacked by bandits, and suddenly we're caught in a situation where it's like, okay, do we turn around and leave, or do we try fixing this?
Maybe if
Again,
time
reference
permitted,
that-
I would have done more things like that, but time is not
Fair
on our
enough.
side.
Fair enough.
Now, overall, what did you think of the session as a rating?
8 out of 10.
Okay.
I'll admit, kind of losing me at points, but I am still enjoying this.
Well, that's good. I don't expect to always have your attention 100% of the time with you understanding every esoteric thing that I do 100% of the time. It's unrealistic as a DM, and, well, quite frankly, there'll be a lot of times when I over-explain something just because I'm the type of individual to pick apart every little bit of detail and use all of the senses in order to provide story. So, very intentful with my words, and I hope that you have seen it throughout your journey of just your little region here, of some of the details about where you live.
So, if that's everything, thank you very much, man.
Of course.
Yeah.
I hope you
I'm
have
gonna
a
try
great
to... Yeah. I'm gonna try to relax now, but thanks for the session, man.
Of course. See you next week.
Bye.